down the shed.
So let's get this board populated. I've had to turn that light on for me. I think it's better for you without it. But right, we've got 10k and a 10 ohm. There's a single 10 ohm and there's a single resistor. I've tested it on the component tester, and this is the 10 ohm. Right, so the gold band's pointing towards me, so that's the way they'll all go. I kind of let it go random now and choose its own way. That was brown, black, black, gold, by the way, just so you know. Actually, depends on where I have this angled. There we go, that's not too bad for you. Well, we got a bunch of brown, black, orange, gold. This one's tested at 9719 ohms, so that's 10k. So I'll pop all these in. So that's the first three 10k's in. We'll do the next two over here. Right, and there's the other two in. So we've got the 10 ohm, the 10k's, all five of them. So we'll start on the 2.2s. So now we've got the three 2.2s in. So I think next we'll have, so we can plop all those down. We'll plop all those down and do those first. So that's everything blue tack down on the board. So that's a little bit of soldering already done. I'll just tin the iron, warm the pad and the lead, bring the solder in, melt the solder, remove. Put a bit more on that one actually. Remember to clean your tip. Always clean your tip, lads. There we go, that's those ones done. I'll have a bit more on it. So we'll just give those a quick snip, get them out of the way. So I'll just finish this off. So that's the board, that's the resistors all soldered in anyway.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
So there's the resistors all on the board nicely. Right, I think it'd be a good idea to pop this single capacitor in, C1 104. So we'll sit that in there.
Oh, look, it's got the original priority free post reply envelope in it. Oh,
that's going to sit in nicely actually. And we'll get R7, the 10k variable resistor in as well. Now it's given me 3 LEDs, but there seems to be only, is that in properly? There seems to be only necessity for 2 on the board, which is what's been confusing me about this kit. So I'm going to use green for power, because the red's obviously a fail. But I was going to change it for blue, just because kind of like blue lights come and take you away. So we'll go with, anyway, so I've got an arrow with a line at the point and the line's on this side, so that's going to be the negative, and there is a little plus there actually, didn't notice that before. So the long leg plus and the short leg goes with the line of the end of the arrow, but they've kind of covered all bases on this board.
Demonetized. Oh, and it's the original letter signed by Sir Clive himself. Well, I don't know if it's like actually individually.
So let's get this lot put in. These LEDs remind me of when I was a kid, and LEDs were just like flipping so cool about them. Now LED technology is just out of this world. I mean, car headlights, house lights, and the like, floodlights, if you get the right quality, it's just phenomenal. It's awesome. I love LED. All the lights on my car apart from the headlights are LED, and it won't be long before the headlights have had their conversion. Oh, this has gone to sleep. Right, that's that lot on. Right, that's that lot on. So now I'm going to drop this socket holder in, blue tack that down. Right, so that's the chip holder soldered in. Let's get this blue tack off. You watch it go sticky. It's not a problem. We just get this big bit and just blodge all the blue tack, and the blue tack all goes away. There you go, nice and clean. So, well, I've just put the transistor in here. That's a 8050 transistor. There's two in the kit. There's a spare resistor or two, which you expect. I didn't expect a spare LED, and I didn't expect a spare transistor. But I can't see anywhere else on this board that a transistor goes. So next we're going to put on, I don't know what the output goes to.
So this came from a bank, doesn't say which one, used back in the
So next we'll put on the speaker or bell.
For over 25 years. However, it hasn't happened in 25 years, so it's probably never going to happen. I've still got stuff.
So the speaker has a plus mark on the top of it.
Would it be quick and easy to order a USB one from AliExpress? Yes, it would, unfortunately. Handspring visor. I know you like Palm OS, so here is another one. I found this in the bargain bin at Tricky Dicks.
And it has a square pad, and the negative has a round pad. It's an unwritten rule. A square pad is positive. I've had a few kits nearly catch me out with that. Just by the kits only had the pads denoting the polarity of the part, and I didn't have a clue. I had to flipping work it out and fret and panic. Now I know. That's on there anyway.
Very standard fare for the 80s, even in
a bit messy, I might just clean that up.
That's the analog head, the read head.
Well, that's the speaker in. So I've only got the chip, the relay. So I'm going to get the relay in next.
Okay, let's crack it open. They're obviously connecting up that chip on board.
I've got some sort of marking.
Interesting. Usually you don't.
There's a green dot, but there's some sort of marking up here that kind of matches whatever that is. So, oh, hang on. There's 3 legs on one end and 2 on the other. That's obvious.
Or is it, one of those consumer weather stations?
I think I can probably.
Tens of thousands of them or something like that. But
no, we're going to have to blob it. Blob it.
To measure the wind speed.
Right, so I've just put the diode in. So we've got a 4007 diode. Make sure you get the grey band on the diode matching the band on the silk screen. So pretty much the only things I can see left are the 2 rising clamps, one for power and one for out. Again, I don't know what the out is.
Oh, Brian is Spicy Jack on the EV Vlogs forum. Cool. There you go, the Beckman HD 150 series musical band. Fantastic. Obviously,
so we'll get the blue tack on here like normal.
Do this, but obviously it's designed to look 1.6 ohms and then a couple of runs.
Only run out of mil solder. That's good because I use 0.6 and 0.8.
And if you've got a multimeter,
just been using this up on the cheap kits,
pitch based on
saving the good stuff for the development kits and the better ones.
Then yeah, you can get sweep along and bugle. What? Wow, there you go. 20k.
There we go.
35, 43. Got some high resistance carbon on there, that's for sure. And there you go. So you'd be able to play different notes, I guess. And Yep, direct edge dry transfers. This is how you laid out PCBs. This is how I laid out PCBs when I was a kid. You got all these different patterns and you could buy it at your local Tandy store, none of that Radio Shack rubbish here in Australia, and you had all your different footprints, standard 0.1 inch dip, and you had 0.1 inch dip with traces between so that you could get individual traces between pads. That was mind-blowing. Round metal can.
Actually, that one's going to sit in quite tightly on its own.
Packages, and you even
So we'll
got
just
bends
pop
and
that
stuff
in.
like that you could like bend around with your tape.
I am going to do a live stream once I've started editing this, and we'll have a testing, because I don't normally drink, although I've had one or two little ones recently. So we'll test it. At the moment I've not had a drink for a little while.
Of course, they were the Rolls-Royce ones, but the old Rat Shack ones, they'd do the trick. So of course they just had an adhesive backing on them, and you would just peel them off, stick them directly onto your
Solder really ain't melting.
You clean it first, give it a good old polish up and a shine, and then you'd just place these directly on top, and then you'd go over with a sheet, just pressing them all down, making sure they're all firmly stuck down, and then you just chuck it straight in the etchant. And of course, you'd be left with your traces, and then you just rub or rinse all these off. I forget how I got them off. Did we rub them off? We just rinse them, and or put them in some solution, and they dissolve off the glue.
I wonder if this solder has breaks in the flux.
There you go. It even came with instructions. Fantastic. Firmly polish the chip.
Might be a bit of fiddling around with that last rising clamp, but it's on there. So now we've just got the big sensor chip really. So it doesn't appear there's any right or wrong way of putting this in. It says MQ3 on it, that's about it. So let's have the MQ3 facing out, just for, or facing out rather.
It's always intriguing. What do you get? Is there usually people just send a post-it, for $5. Thank you very much. Donation. Muffin money. Dave, I think pie. Let us know in the comments down below which one, if I'm right. That's my preference, is to flip it in somewhere up there and at the end and down.
So that's everything on the board populated. The relay's on, the MQ3 sensors on, the chips in. Everything's done. I don't know what the out goes out to still. But we'll try powering it up in a minute. We'll try seeing if it reacts or not. And then we'll do the live chat, or the live broadcast. Oh, that's shot. And we'll see if it actually reacts to alcohol or not. So, see you soon. Right, I've got the big 20,100 milliamp power bank in. So this is the first plug-in. I heard a beep. And all hell is broken loose. So what I think we'll do first is turn this variable resistor down, because that was squeaky. Right, the power light's on. Turn it in, shed lights out. Right, so there you can see the power light is on. Now I can't see. Oh, Jesus. I haven't drunk nothing. It does say leave it on for a minute after startup for it to warm up, but sod making that din. There we go. So it's on. It's basically I'm going to turn this light on. Yeah, that one blanks us out. I'll leave it off a minute. So as soon as I touch this or move it, it's going to go off. Oh shit, like that. That made me jump. Oh, stop doing that. I'll find a battery pack. We'll try something different. Right, I've checked the circuit board, found a couple of bridges, trimmed back a couple of leads. So let's try the battery again, because I reckon we were short circuiting somewhere. Right, there we go. Oh, so it needs a minute to warm up. So I don't know whether that's on maximum or minimum now. So we'll set that halfway. So my findings on this particular one are basically it goes off all the time no matter what I do. So I'm actually going to try and build one of the other two kits that I put aside for selling, and we'll see what happens with that one. Okay, so I've ended up building all three of these breathalyser kits because none of them were playing ball yesterday. I'm guessing it was something to do with the heat of the solder that was setting them off. So they've had a good cool down, and they all but one of them appear to be playing ball. If I cover that up, you'll hear it go off. So I'm going to breathe on it. I think it's slightly oversensitive. That was set right on the cusp of the alarm. So I'm just going to knock it back to where I had it a second ago. There we go. So, oh, that's sensitive. I've not had a drink. Try again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Right. So at the moment we're getting nothing. So we'll come 3/4 way round. That's halfway between where I had it, which is vertical, and that's going off, and all I've had is coffee. So we're still setting it off with just coffee. 1, 2, 1, 2. So if you blow into it, it'll go off. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. So there was a little bit of a hint there. So we'll turn it around a bit more. So Mary had a little lamb. Let's turn it all the way round. Mary had a little lamb. Right, I can't set it off there. Mary had. That is really getting hot, actually. Mary had a little lamb. So that's about where it is. If I sell it any more than that, then by touching it or we set it off. So I think there is the sweet spot. Behave. Mary had a little lamb. Right, so what we'll do now is I'll build the video, but I'll start another record where I drink. So if I'm editing over there and I'm recording over here, I can either do a live cast on the laptop or, yeah, why not? Right, so the first thing I need to do is drag this video out. So anyway, that's it working, not going off. It's pretty much set. So these two, I might give these two away. If anyone comments that they'd like one of these to fiddle with, to play with or whatever, I will send it to you. At the moment they don't have a parts drawer. Right, so that really does get hot. That burns if you keep your finger on it for a little while. So keep an eye on the channel, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and keep your eyes open, because by the time this video has been uploaded, there will be a live stream with me actually participating in the alcohol, which I don't normally do. So we'll keep this on the desk. I'll start a live stream off and start editing this.
Down the shit!